Hello, everybody.
What's going
We're all
on?
dancing. How happy Taco Tuesday. I know, see, they say we're early. I told you I was going live too early. Always later than this. Always. Here we go. Welcome, everybody. It's another Tuesday night podcast. My name's Kat. I am the nurse flipper. If you do not know, I'm joined by my new co-host, Sonny. Last week was his first week as my co-host. Rod is busy doing other things, and he's having surgery next week, so just a lot going on. And Sonny took over, so I'm very grateful to have Sonny here, and I am grateful for the 2+ years Rod gave me as well. So both of these have been on before. Below me, we have my good friends Sam and Adam from Jolie Flips, and then Catty Corner is Caleb from Caleb Sells. So Sonny, do you want me to make you big one more time?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna make Sonny big again because I know like a lot of you still might not know Sonny. I think most of you know Sonny, but just in case, since Sonny is new to the co-host position, I'm gonna make everybody but myself big. Let them introduce themselves. Get your questions in early. We have 14 already before we start, so make sure you get them on. Sam Jillian is here. Okay, here's Sam and Adam.
Hi, what's up? We are your South Florida thrifters and YouTubers. We thrift all over Florida and elsewhere, wherever the wind takes us. And yeah, that's us. My name is Sam. That's Adam. What else?
Knickknacks.
Yes, I sell on knickknacks.net live, and I also sell on Etsy. And soon to come, I reopened my eBay shop. So
what? All right.
Yes, I sure did.
Okay.
After I talk smack.
Good job. Oh, I like your owl. I need that. Okay, here's Caleb. I do need it. Here's Caleb.
What's going on? My name's Caleb. I go by Caleb Sells on the internet. I sell mainly on eBay and Poshmark. I've been reselling for, I think this is my 6th year now. I would say my most knowledgeable category is men's clothing, but hey, if something makes me $1, well, more than $1, but if it's worthwhile, I'll still flip it. About maybe how late in the year are we? 8 months. So I guess about 8 months or so ago, I started dabbling with Whatnot and recently switched to selling mainly golf apparel and accessories on Whatnot. So that's kind of my little side hustle, side business that I'm working on right now, just because I enjoy playing and other things associated with golf. So wanted to make my work a little more fun and relevant to me, and that's how I'm doing that. I've been posting on social media for almost 2 years now. And yeah, I love being part of the community, and this is, one awesome way to give back. So thanks for having me on so I can answer you guys' questions.
Perfect. Here's Sonny.
Welcome back, everybody. This is my second time here being the new regular co-host. Mention more about Rod is that he just dropped a video today, so show him some love too. Although he's not here on the panel anymore, we still love him and want to support him, and he's doing a lot for himself, and that's awesome. We always want to see people succeed, and by doing so, we do our best to answer questions the best that we can and be honest about it. So I'm a combat veteran. I was in the military for over a decade, deployed twice. After that, I was trying to figure life out. Went to college, got into digital media, and soon enough, I was struggling to get a job when we moved from Hawaii to Vegas. And my wife was the one that told me about reselling. Never heard about it in my life. Told me that it goes, you have to go thrifting. No idea what thrifting was. And right over her shoulder, as she was driving, was Goodwill here in Las Vegas. And that's where everything started, with the vintage Rust Troll that had happy 60th year anniversary. A little t-shirt that I was wearing is sold for 21 doll hairs, and within 2 or 3 days, and I was hooked after that. And that at the time was just something to bring in an income until I got a job. But then as I started working for the Wynn Casino, I started to see how much better I was doing in less time thrifting compared to my full-time job. So after 4 years, I decided to say, adios, I'm going to do this full-time and work on it. And here I am.
Here he is. I just happen to be taking when he's like, all right, here I am. All right. We got 2 super chats before we even started, which is absolutely amazing. I really appreciate them. So Mary sent, I know, right? Yay for money. Mary sent a $9.90. But then they're going to want you to do that for every single one. They're going to expect it.
Only if you did it before the stream started.
So she said, thanks for the advice. I just launched my reselling adventure on eBay and I'm pumped. The first item I immediately sold with a great review. Any thoughts about listing vintage on Etsy? This is perfect for Sam because that's Sam's thing.
Yeah. So something has really, this is crazy, but something has really helped me increase my sales. And I'm seeing about 8 to 10 sales a day on Etsy now. ChatGPT. It helps me with my listing. So I'll put in what I describe the item, I take the measurements and I say, chat, come up with the listing title and description for me and make sure that it's SEO. That's what I write. That's what I tell it. And that's it. Copy and paste. So this way you could even list so quick. You take the photo, you fix it, make sure your vintage is the spotlight, like no noisiness. If you want to use AI to place the item in like a mid-century kind of living room, I highly, highly suggest using AI for Etsy listings. Did that help? Was that a good question answer?
Yeah. That's good. I just want to congratulate you on starting the journey and jumping in on eBay. I've never sold anything on Etsy. I've been a customer on Etsy, and I don't really sell many vintage items other than vintage clothing items. So I'm going to just keep the ball rolling.
One thing I've noticed from Etsy when I'm looking up things that I find in the thrift store, say using Google Lens, I'm finding more items on Etsy sell for more than eBay sold listings. So it just so happens I'm into, say, those vintage things or items. So I am going to be looking on starting Etsy once again myself. I've done well with it in the past. I just wanted to break things down when I have, at the time, say, eBay, whatnot, every selling platform you could think of. I started to look at what sold the most, and it was eBay. And then it became eBay and knickknacks to where it became just knickknacks. So I stripped down everything, and now I'm getting back into, say, apparel. And I am going to start opening back up to everything. I just like to give myself a hard time and see what actually works compared to what doesn't. And I say also, like Caleb said, congratulations starting. We get a lot of comments, I would say, that people want to start. Don't think of everything as a bundle of things and overwhelm yourself. Start with one item. You'll see how easy it is. And the more you do it and it becomes a lot smoother. And then you'll stop taking yourself in the butt for not continuing to do more a little each time.
Yeah, so I think my biggest thing with Etsy that has helped, and Karen just asked, is LP's AI as good as ChatGPT or Grok? ChatGPT freezes up on my computer, so I actually use X's Grok as my like AI for all of my help with stuff. What I think helped my Etsy sales is LP's AI does the keywords and the hashtags, and I never did that before using it. And so I think that using the hashtags and keywords are really important. And I also think that listing at least somewhat frequently, I've noticed the more, almost like eBay, the more I list on Etsy, the more I seem to sell. So I think it pushes me up in the algorithm, where before I would, just like once a week, I'd go put over what I wanted on Etsy, because I don't put everything on Etsy. I'm a little bit particular with what goes on Etsy just because of the 20-cent fee every 4 months, especially for lower cost items. I don't think it's worth it. But I would definitely, like Sam gave a great idea with ChatGPT or Grok, any AI, really, any AI. And I would add the hashtags and keywords and then consistency as well. I'm going to do my octopus because I can. I should do Rod and then Punch because he's not here. Here you go. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, can I just say one thing? You mentioned
Yeah.
tags. Really important to write. Chat can help you come up with the tags for Etsy. You need the tags. But make sure that it's under 13 characters because she'll give you, I call her she because I've named her. But you can, they'll give you very long tags and you have to make sure that it fits, so it's less than 13 characters.
Yeah, and the nice thing about AI is you can kind of train it. It'll learn, like, because I do my YouTube titles and videos and descriptions, and it figures out because I ask it over and over exactly what I want. All right,
Yeah.
the 5 Acre Woods, Miss Debbie sent a $9.99 super chat to and said, "Here, it's an Etsy night apparently. Furniture shipping on Etsy. Can you explain how you come up with a shipping price when you do not know where it's going when you make the listing?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I sell little furniture. Like let's say we're talking about a stool. So you just kind of measure the item and just envision a box and you put that in. So I have several big grocery boxes that I keep and I only buy little pieces of furniture that will fit that for sure. And then it doesn't matter where it goes. You just put in the measurements and then they figure it out for you. Like when they buy it, they'll see what the shipping cost is. You put the dimensions in and the pounds. Right? Because it doesn't really matter where it goes. It's up to them
that
whether
would be
shipping or not.
that would be my recommendation for something that you could package up, and then for something that's bigger, I think that Kat has some experience with shipping some bigger stuff she could share. I've never really shipped anything that couldn't fit in, like, let's say, like the big Walmart box. I think that's 19 by 21 by 17 or something like that.
I don't sell on Etsy, but I will tell you earlier today, and pretty often I use Pirate Ship. And I just noticed over on Pirate Ship, this is a free platform. So say if you don't sell on eBay yet, or if you're selling through DMs, right? We all start somewhere. Pirate Ship just had something where you could now start using dimensions and weight and crates and things like that. So I'll look more into that so I could have a better answer. But it's something to use. It's a free platform. Before they used to charge for it for shipping. And if you're often at the mail and don't want to wait long in line, that's a good place to use it for. But for furniture, I often do this for packages that are big and heavy. How far is it going to cost me from here to New York? There's other places that are relevant, but often New York is one of the ones that I ship to heavier, bigger items. And I just use that as the set price. And if there's a huge shipping discount difference, I just refund them. I don't even tell them about it until after they received it and thing has gone good.
Yeah, so I don't know if Etsy has a freight option like eBay does. Am I freezing up? Because you guys are freezing up for me. Am I freezing up?
It did for a second.
No? Okay. So I like end tables. Sam said stools, but like we just sold $1,000 wedge end tables on Etsy last week. And those went in like 24 by 36 inch boxes. They cost about $200 to ship, but the buyer paid the shipping because we had the measurements that we anticipated as far as box size and also the weight. I will weigh them. So I haven't put like bigger furniture. I haven't sold bigger furniture that needed freight in a while, except on eBay, and I got lucky and they came and picked it up. I sold a wicker table, dining table and chairs, and they were only an hour away, so they came and picked it up. But I do calculated shipping everywhere except Poshmark. Obviously, anything under 5 pounds is the same price. And then Mercari, I normally pick the cheapest UPS one, but that's also by size and weight. So I would do calculated everywhere. I don't try and do a flat rate just because I'm in the corner of the country. Sam and Adam are more in the corner. They're further south in Florida than I am. I'm in North Florida. And for us, like the difference from like here to like North Carolina, South Carolina, even Pennsylvania, the East Coast compared to you go over to Cali, Seattle, Oregon, is it's double. So I'm not trying to flat rate anything at all. Oh, I get to pick something again. I don't have my new swimmy one. I haven't been able to figure out how to download it. I'm gonna do the way. Too many choices for super chat. All right.
Well,
Daystar Joy said, when you ship internationally, do they open your items and repack them? The buyer wanted it packed really well, and I was hoping it gets there like I packed it.
You know, I've had that question too, but I have to tell you that I do ship internationally a lot. Most recently, France, 3 items to Israel, and they always get, I mean, it's like glass, and they always get it intact. So whatever's happening, it's good. But I wonder that too. I don't know.
I'm gonna maybe guess that they're meaning through the eBay international shipping program, because you ship to the
Yeah, I think they do.
you know, the hubs. And honestly, here's what I would tell you about that is, if there's a problem, once it gets to them, it's on them. So I would say take that stress out of your mind and just let it go.
Yeah.
That would be my answer to that, because once your thing makes it to the international shipping warehouse, if there's a return, if something breaks, it's 100% on them, and they will take care of it. So honestly, I would just recommend don't stress about it.
Back in 2016, I used to work for USPS, and one of the packages we had, I don't think they had the international programs at this time, but this was an international package going from Las Vegas to wherever overseas. And we happened to open one up. It was setting off some alarm, which I didn't know USPS had. I don't even know if this is like a secret they tell you not to mention about. But all of a sudden, you started hearing a siren kind of beep go off. And I just called the manager. I don't know what's wrong. I thought it was the system, like I broke it. So he said, no, it's not that. We have to open up the box. Inside the box was some vintage light bulbs, and something about the chemicals inside the light was setting it off for them to check out. Nothing was wrong with it, but we did have to open it. And when somebody opens your packages through the post office, for example, USPS, they will label it saying we had to open up your package for whatever reason. And since it was still within the US, they was sent it back. But if they had made it overseas and reached that point where they reopened it, they might have just kept it and destroyed it there.
Ooh, I just saw, like, I had a $280 sale and $200 sale on eBay today that I didn't even see. I'm like, I sold a Jimmy Choo purse and a Christian Dior bag, and I'm at almost $800 for the day.
Money.
I cannot get my friggin' notifications to work on eBay. So, like, I'm not getting offers. I'm having to, like, go on the computer and check multiple times a day. I'm not getting notifications of sales. I need to uninstall and reinstall it. But I have the, like, double verification, and it's set up to my phone. So I'm worried that if I uninstall it, I won't be able to get back into eBay on my phone at all. That's my concern. I've heard that they do open and they do repack them, and I tend to let the buyers know, like, if they say something about that, like if they said something to you that, and honestly, that's a pet peeve of mine. I have sold thousands and thousands of items. Please do not tell me how to pack your item, like, because I bet it's probably worse than what I would have done without your instructions. So yeah. And if they see, like, I have 8,000 items, so I normally ignore their instructions, by the way, and do what I want, because it's my responsibility to get it there safe. And if what they say or they think is safe doesn't work, then that's on you, not them. So I will say that. But I'm pretty sure they do open it. But like everybody said, once it hits the hub, it's on eBay, and they'll pay for it if it breaks, which sucks if it's a really rare item, but at least you know that, like, financially you're covered. All right. Sarah says that there is a totally rad vintage festival coming to Charleston, South Carolina in October. And she wants to know if any of us in the chat or on the panel have been to one of the totally rad vintage festivals anywhere. And I guess you can let us know if you're going to the one in Charleston too.
Man, I love Charleston. And if we were not driving cross country to
The
Los
baskets
Angeles.
are the best thing about Charleston.
Baskets?
On the side of the road. Yeah.
Oh, I
The
didn't know.
sweetgrass baskets.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
You have not drove in the right part of Charleston then. They
That's
line the
right.
whole road. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
the only
baskets.
one that I attend, the only one that I attend is the one at Renninger's with Kat. We're going. We're gonna be there.
We are
So
going
that's-
in November. We will be there.
Yeah, I save up a whole lot of money for that trip and spend a few thousand. I just absolutely love Renninger's festival. Like if you guys ever make it down to Mount Dora, because on your break time, like when you're done, for us it's a job, right? Sourcing, and it's fun. But afterwards we go and chill downtown Mount Dora, and it's so relaxing. It's like a fairy tale downtown. So
The parking is not so relaxing, Sam. I'm going to disagree.
Oh, I love my Miami thrift stores. So that's fun. But no, we have a lot of fun at Renninger's. That's the one I go to. Yeah.
I've never been and wasn't on my radar.
Ever? I mean, it's easy to miss. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had one here in Vegas, and I got the dates wrong for the wrong weekend. So when I started seeing everybody saying they went there, I was like, no, it hasn't started yet. I thought there were throwback videos from one they've been to. But if you look online with the Totally Rad Vintage on Google, it'll come up and it'll show you where they're hopping to next. So it's not just in one location. I've never been.
I've not been to a Totally Rad Vintage one. We do go to the one down in Mount Dora. Sam and Adam and I have shared an Airbnb during that one, which was fun. Dalton is a hot mess. Yeah.
We love Dalton.
Yeah, we had fun. So the one in Mount Dora, for those of you that are in Florida, or if you want to come to Florida, that one is in November, January, February at Renninger's and Mount Dora. And that one's a good one. I tend to spend quite a bit there too. I mostly get jewelry. And actually some of the jewelry sellers there are at Webster. If you guys don't know about our Webster flea market on Mondays, everybody that had yard sales and goes to all these festivals, they take the stuff that's left over and they go to Webster on Mondays, which is hard for those of us that are eBay sellers. But like my favorite jewelry seller is actually at Webster every Monday. So I can go see him every Monday if I want and buy jewelry by the gram. And I saw my good friend Drew is in here, Reckless by Design, and said, have a great show. Drew, I don't have it. I don't have it. Dang it. Drew, so my new swim video is like, we made it for Drew and I don't have it because I haven't figured out how to download it. So don't beat me. What am I going to give you? I'm not giving you Kevin. That would be mean. I'll give you mermaids. Here you go.
I thought you weren't giving him Kevin.
Yeah, that's the merman's really Kevin. If you live in Florida, you have to go to Weeki and see the mermaids. Okay, I have to tell you this. And if anybody feels like spending a couple $100 on me, I would love a mermaid tail. Like the mono fins, they cost $170. I'm not going to pay that.
If that's the case.
Mono fin. My birthday is on Thanksgiving. Take a pool and get me a mono fin so I can swim in the springs like a mermaid. That'll like make me really happy. I saw one of the mermaids out there at the springs practicing. It was so cool. They haul butt with those mono fins. It is insane how fast they can swim. And I'm like, I need one of those things. Do you see them? Mono fins. They're so cool. It's a mermaid tail. Anyways. All right. Jill sent $1.99 super chat. Let's do the eagle. I'm gonna do the eagle. The funny thing, the eagle was supposed to be a red cardinal for Marsha, and Gino couldn't find a red cardinal, so he made an eagle. There's a story behind almost all these super chats, guys. Here you go. All All right. Dun, 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 dun. Treasure Diva Thrifts. This is my thrifting buddy in person. She lives here locally where I do. Miss Elena said, has anyone ever shipped an item on eBay and not show that the label was printed? It happened to her yesterday, and eBay said it was some kind of glitch.
Yeah, that's happening.
Honey, I'm hiding. Dalton's in here.
Hey, Dalton. Hey, sweet pea. I hope I see you soon. Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, that's happened to me several times. I always thought it was like either my label printer or, you know, my Mac computer does stupid things, but I will call eBay and they always fix that. They will somehow get it to me to reprint.
Yeah, I'm sure this will come up at other times, but anytime I don't want to wait on hold on the phone, I just message the eBay Facebook page. So if you go to Facebook, it used to be eBay for Business. They got rid of that page, or it's not like manned with customer support anymore. But if you just type a Facebook message to the eBay, like the plain eBay Facebook page account, you can get your customer service done there. And it's kind of nice because like you can just send your message, carry on with your business throughout the day, and they'll just keep responding to you whenever they have your response ready. And that's just, you know, maybe not the exact answer to your question, because you basically just need to ask eBay to step in and help, or try refreshing or manually updating the tracking number. If, like, say it prints, but it doesn't show that it's printed in the system, you could, you know, manually enter in that tracking number. But eBay Facebook page is kind of a little more convenient way, in my opinion, to contact them.
Thanks, Caleb. I did not know that.
See, and I've done
You're
it
welcome.
through Twitter X the same way.
Really?
Oh, okay.
And they usually, because it'll be a private message on there and ask me, can you send me, say, the tracking number or information? And they're pretty prompt on it.
Cool.
Kat's responding to those several $100 sales.
No, I had to message Brooke because last week I told Dalton it's just 1 week that sister's not here. And of course, tonight she decides to stop at a friend's and she's still not home. So Dalton's upset again. So I'm trying to convince him to go to bed while I'm not in there. And I'm messaging her saying, get home. I'm like, Tuesday is the only night I want you here and you're not here. Yeah. So I haven't had this happen, and I would, if it were me and it was like telling me to still ship it and I hadn't brought it to the post office, I would take a picture of the label so I had the tracking number, and then I would mark it as shipped and put the tracking number. The thing, if you mark it as shipped without a tracking number, it does go against your shipping if you don't put in a tracking number to prove it. So like when I drop ship stuff, if I don't have items and I mark it as shipped because another seller shipped it, that dings me as late shipping, because I'm not putting a tracking number. And you cannot, like, if another seller ships it to them, I can't use that seller's tracking number because eBay's like, no, we've already used that tracking number, and I can't copy it. So yeah. All right. Miss Kathy says she wants to put an item on auction, but she finds the eBay auction fee explanations unclear. If it doesn't sell, will she still be charged a fee?
Yeah, when I put an item on auction, I find the eBay auction fees explanations. I'm not the right person because I just got back on eBay. I'm going to pass that question off to Caleb. Sorry.
Yeah, so the final value fee would only be assessed once the item is sold. So if the item doesn't sell, you're not assessed the final value fee, because that's the final value fee. There's no final value if it never sold. But if you do have insertion fees, if you don't have a store, if you ran out of free listings, then you could be paying an insertion fee, which I don't even know what it is anymore because I've had an eBay store for so long. But if you have free listings left to go, then you're good.
Perfect answer. Nothing to add to it.
Oh, let me, yeah, I don't have anything to add to that either. Jill, I see your comment. So your question didn't come in with the super chat, but I'm going to find you right now. What just happened?
The freeze.
Am I frozen?
No, we
Somebody in the
No,
comments
it
mentioned
like
it too.
refreshed. I don't, Jill, will you please post your question again and I will get it up since you sent the super chat. I don't know why we didn't star your question. I'm trying to look back to where your super chat was and see, where is it? Why don't I see it? Do you see it, Sonny?
No.
So Jill, post it again and I got you. As soon as I see you post it, I got you. So Sonny, help me watch for that. I see Drew's.
We'll be watching like a hawk.
I see Jill's super chat, but yeah, I don't see the question. So for some reason it didn't go through. What? Listen here, Lisa. She sold a fin. Listen, I'm not happy about this right now. So my handle's swollen, guys. I got my touched up. Do you see it? It's all scabbing in. So my whole arm, though, he touched up the whole thing. So now, like, everything, I'm like, ugh. And I'm going tomorrow to get 3 new tattoos.
Just came in.
I came in. Okay. Click it. Oh, we did it, Sonny! Me and Sonny clicked it at the same time, and then it crosses each other out. I want you guys to guess. So I'm getting one of my foot tattoos finished up, so that's not really a new one, and then I'm getting a sand dollar on my right foot. The third tattoo, though, has nothing to do with the ocean. I want to see if you guys, it is an animal. I want to see if you guys can guess. Sam, do not talk. I want to see if you guys can guess what animal is going to be my third one. It's going to be on my back there. It's not ocean related at all.
A bear.
Yeah, totally a brontosaurus. Totally. Yeah, with that face on my back. That would be great. I'll be like, hey, Sue-Ann, I changed my mind. This is what we're going to do now. Okay. So Jill said she's starting to sell jewelry. She has a nice Coro piece on eBay. The prices range from $10 to $60, but she has another piece that's priced at over $600. But priced at over $600 on where? That's what we need to know. But on eBay, it's as low as $20. So how do I price? Tell us where you're seeing it at $600.
Yeah, I mean, I look at
I'm going to tell you guys if you're right or wrong. I do not see the correct answer yet. I have thought about the gator, though. I will tell you guys that. I probably will get a gator eventually.
I mean, I don't look at what people price things as. I look at the solds in the last 2 years, and then I'm competitive with the price. So, like, let's say somebody has something listed for $60, I'll do $55. You know, so I can get my stuff moved out. But yeah, so I'm assuming you're looking at what people are pricing things at, right, Jill? And not the solds. It's really important to look at what solds are.
I still don't see it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't sell jewelry, so I don't know what the nuanced, things maybe in that category. But if I were selling something on eBay and I was looking at the sold comps and there were sales all the way from $10 and to $60 and everything in between, what I would do is look at what the current market is for that item. Is there a lot of sold? Is there a lot of listed? Is there way more listed than sold? Is there tons of items sold and tons of items listed? And then I would kind of use that as some made up algorithm in my mind to determine where in that $10 to $60 range I'm going to price my item. If I think it's going to sell really fast, I'm probably going to price mine at $59.95 and take an offer anywhere from $35 to $60. Just me personally, I like to sell stuff quickly. I like to accept offers. But if it's a slower selling item, heck, I might price that thing at $9.95 and let it fly and just get that thing out my store.
Bread and butter. When it comes to higher price items, even listings, and sold cops, I like to see why it sells for that much. So I'll click on what photos they have, what information compared to others, and see why there's more value for one than the rest. And for example, this isn't jewelry, but I found this local Aviators minor leagues baseball team collaboration with Avengers or Incredible Hulk, and other people were listing theirs for 100. I clicked on it, and they didn't show the rest of the set that went along to it, why they were asking for that much compared to mine, which is just a figurine. And today it sold for $85 used, still like new in box compared to the one that was a set of 3 still listed online. So like Caleb said, all these little nuances, don't just go based off of like a face value of something. Really look into what makes the difference of why something sold for more or something sold for less.
Yeah, and I mean, people can price stuff wherever the heck they want, you know, like that doesn't mean it's sold at that. So when I'm pricing, I'm only looking at sold items. I'm not looking at what it's listed at. I want to know what it sold for. I do occasionally look, like if it sold at like $50, $50, and the next, like the lowest listed is 100, I might come in at 75 because then mine's going to be the cheapest one listed, but I know that they're only selling for that $50 mark. But if somebody else has it for 20, I'm probably going a little bit lower than, and by lower, I mean like a penny, like $19.99. Because yours is not going to sell until all of those that are lower price sell, unless yours is new or in better condition or a different color. With Coro and with jewelry, colors matter a lot. And I'm talking like $50 to $500, depending on the color of the exact same piece, depending on the color of the stone. So watch that. If, like for me, I typically haven't been listing much jewelry less than $50. We send it all to Whatnot, to live sales, because I'd rather move the lower dollar jewelry faster and get a lot less, but get it fast, because I don't really want a $10 piece of jewelry sitting here for a year. So that's what I've done. And the correct answer did come in the chat, and Karen was correct. Ooh. I'm getting an owl. And
I should have guessed that when you said I need that owl. When you saw the picture behind them.
Sam, pay attention.
Well, you know, because I can't see the screen, so I'm reading it from here, my computer.
What? Caleb's got one. We'll be matchy-matchy.
Yeah.
Beat you to it.
Do you see? Look. Do you see? Look, Sam, you should have known.
You sent me your nails. I saw that you sent me
I
them.
did.
Sonny, where's your owl? We're all representing owls. Sonny, where's your owl?
I left it at the thrift store.
I will say on my channel. If you guys,
you donated it.
If you guys want the story of the owl picture, I will mention it on my next YouTube video. There's a whole story behind this.
Oh, a little teaser. I like that.
Yeah, so subscribe.
That's smart. See, that's what we got to do. We got to be smart. Farmville Pickers sent a $5 super chat. See, this is what you do, and I respect this because this is what I did to grow my channel right here. They said, we really appreciate your help last week. They're at 976 subs, guys. We have almost 300 people in here. They only need 24 of you to go subscribe to hit 1,000. Do it. I've made so many channels hit 1,000 while we're live. I love doing that. Scott Cha-Ching King.
Let's do it.
Hit 1,000 subs while he was live on my show, and he's at like 70,000 subs now. So it's really fun to see that and see where people go. Like, it's so fun.
I need 272 people to reach 17,000.
Oh, I need 130 to 18,000 tonight.
Nice.
Okay, so everybody go subscribe to everybody. But their question is, what are your thoughts on automatic feedback on eBay?
Oh, you mean like where sellers can automatically feedback for buyers?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not lazy. It takes all of 30 seconds to write a review, but the positive is
Sam just called me lazy.
No.
Called majority of all of us lazy then.
Well, like the whole thing about Jolie Flips is that we're extremely honest and sweet people, and we really pay attention to every single person that buys from us and watches us. So I like personalized things. However,
I'm lazy and I don't care.
Well, I don't. Well, at least you're honest. It's okay. But I don't like what was I gonna say? I mean, I don't like people begging me for feedback. So there's a positive there, and people beg for feedback. I don't like that. So at least that this way, you know, it just gets out there, and I don't have to think about it. But then some people don't deserve a positive feedback. You know, they'll come back like a week later and say something. So you know, I like to give them a few days before I write a feedback. And sometimes I forget, to be honest with you. It's really busy.
I never really cared either way, and the only time I ever went and left feedback before is when somebody was nagging me in a message, and for that reason alone, I turned on automatic feedback. And once you have thousands of sales on your account, it literally doesn't matter. And the truth is that not leaving that person positive feedback would never deter somebody from selling to them. So even though they don't deserve it, your lack of feedback doesn't actually really do anything. So just for the simple fact of not getting harassed by the feedback, I don't know what you'd call somebody that's like obsessed with their feedback. Yeah, the feedback police came knocking, so I turned on the setting. And they know to leave me alone now.
The feedback, I think it's for the seller, not the buyer. But either way, I'm kind of like in Caleb's boots where I don't really leave feedback. And for me, I have a 30-day return. So I don't want to jump the gun and leave positive feedback, even if I wanted to be on top of things. And then something happened to where it contradicts an outcome of a change of heart or not a describe. Even as we know, that isn't always 100% true. So I'm patient that way, but after 30 days, I probably forgot about it anyways. So I'll be with Sam Pants that I'm that lazy person. I'm not going to do it.
Okay. So here's the thing. And I remember the good old days, and they were the good old days when eBay was the wild, wild west, and I could leave a negative feedback for a buyer because some of them deserve a negative feedback. I miss that. I really do. But since we cannot leave them negative feedback, that's totally like a hypocritical situation going on here. I have auto feedback turned on because I can't leave them negative. So like, it's whatever. If in my mind, if they pay, they did their job, I'm leaving them negative feedback or negative. I wish I could be negative. I'm like, I want to leave negative feedback. No, some of them need it, but if they pay, they did their job, I'm leaving auto positive feedback. We have hundreds of sales a week. I could have my employees leave it, but why? When I can turn it on and automate it. Ours is definitely not as personalized as Sam and Adam do. Just like I have a bigger operation. I have two full-time employees. So I'm really not overly seeing the sales, and I'm not as hands-on with the sales anymore. I'm pricing everything and putting listings up, but and I buy everything. But beyond that, I don't touch a lot except for my live shipping every other Monday. So I ship twice a month.
Farmville Pickers just said that we were not answering their question.
Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me read it again.
Hold on. Don't let me forget to give them some kind of super chat. Okay. The new, we all, it happens. Okay. They're referring to the new feedback policy on eBay where the buyer has a certain period of time to leave you. Oh, if they don't, eBay's giving the seller positive. I like that.
So my answer is that's wonderful.
I concur.
That is just good news. And you know what?
I think it's amazing for all of us that actually do their job, but I do feel like the people that don't do their job, it is going to lower that percentage. So say they're at like 95%, or maybe not 95, maybe like in the lower 90s, where it's like, okay, maybe you are trying, but you're not really doing a good job every time. Then if they're getting automatic positive feedback every single sale, then that might go push them up to like a 98%. And really, like the sellers should be like thinking twice about buying from somebody like that. That's just me as a unbiased. As a seller, I'm like, okay, give me the feedback because I do my job. I'm cool. But that'd be my only little thing that I'd throw in there that for a seller that could, you know, kind of muddy the waters just a little bit.
But don't go bug people. If you ask me for feedback, I'm going to think twice about like how I really feel about what I bought from you. I'm just saying.
Kat's
Leave me
feedback
alone.
would be, don't ask me for feedback.
Thank you. Have a nice day. No, I asked Chat GPT so I can be nice. I've learned. I don't say what I want to say. I ask AI what I should say because I know.
Hey, chat.
All right.
What do I say when that's me all day?
Don't ask me. Listen. Okay. What am I doing here? Let's do Dalton. Dalton is, we'll do him little at the beach because I love this one. Here we go. And now he has like surfer boy hair with curls and I absolutely love it. And yeah, it's so great. So great. All right. Brian sent a super chat and wants to know if anyone has noticed an uptick in returns since eBay began pushing free returns in their marketing.
So I just opened up my shop again like 2 days ago. So I haven't had any returns, period, on any platform in the last year. So, but eBay, I wouldn't know yet.
I am going to look while you guys finish answering the question, just get some data here, but
Cool.
I've not noticed any uptick in returns personally.
I haven't had any situations with returns myself. And I think the reason for that is because I got away from hard goods and went back to apparel and toys. So
I didn't know
I've
that.
never really had issues with that to begin with.
Oh, no more glass, Sonny?
Not on eBay. On eBay.
Oh, on eBay.
No, I love glass.
Yeah, I know.
I only have one open return right now. I mean, I've had a few, but I haven't noticed like an uptick. I don't have any glass to hug. I have a Kachina I could hug.
Oh yeah, you have a nice Kachina collection.
I could beat his drum.
Aw.
Sonny, I can match the jewelry. Hold up. No,
It's
no,
not
no, buddy.
jewelry.
Oh, it's a candle holder. That's cool.
For
Oh, it's a
Tito's.
glass.
It's like
Wow.
I would
14
put that as a
ounces of
candle holder
Tito's.
too.
Could be.
They could put a candle in that.
Is that copper? Is that
That's really
metal?
cool.
Cool.
It's copper on
the
sterling.
tri-metal.
Sterling on copper.
And-
Fancy.
I got to show my bracelet now anyways because I got it out. Look at that one.
Oh my god!
Doesn't that look like an owl?
We should do a
It
live sale
does.
like this.
This is a $2,000 bracelet. Sonny, why did you make me big? He has the
You're
power
welcome.
now. Look at my little owl. Look,
Okay,
that's
run
an
that one,
owl.
Kat.
It's an
Run
owl.
it.
And my
Run
little
it.
owl.
Oh,
I'm not going to show you my back next week. Not going to work like that.
big back, big back.
Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm going to do the little Dalton riding a dolphin one because that one's
I was
fun.
gonna.
He has the power to make me big, and I have the power to cut him off when he's talking.
I was gonna say he didn't want Kevin. I didn't know what you're gonna go with. It was like comments after his. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I try not to give Kevin unless it's somebody I know because I think some offense could be taken to that super chat if it's not asked for or I don't know who it is, you know? So, yeah, I try not to. Linda said her goal is to list like crazy to grow her business. Her computer shot the bed. I'm just going to say that. And won't open eBay. I listed everything on my phone, but I can't cross post on list perfectly from the cell. If I buy an Apple computer, can I cross list from it or no? I'm going to go ahead and answer you and tell you yes. You can also cross list from an iPad or a Chromebook, both of which are going to be cheaper than if you go buy a Mac. if you want something faster. So when I was still nursing, I bought a little like $300 Chromebook to bring to work with me and cross post on from work, because you can't install a Liz Perfectly extension on the computer at the hospital. I tried. Yeah, I tried. It didn't work. So yeah, you can. All right. Karen wants to know, how do I verify the etched signature or authenticate locally, if possible, a vintage Murano handkerchief bowl? The name is hard to photograph and read. I want to be sure. She lives near Naples. Why does Adam have a fox?
Oh, we've got many.
That's our mascot.
And we've got a bigger one. The TY baby foxes are the best. We've got
the new Enaman. Just saying.
Okay, so wait. The artist, the Murano artist is from Naples, Italy.
No. The person asking Karen is from Naples.
Oh, okay.
But she wants to authenticate a Murano handkerchief bowl.
Oh, okay. So I highly suggest finding a really good Facebook Murano group. They really help. And also, I don't know if anyone is aware of this, but Jolie Flips Vintage has a Jolie Flips Thrifter Society free group, Facebook group. And our people on there are fantastic. We've got about 600 so far, and they really know how to identify stuff. So you can join there. I will try as hard as I can to help you. I personally know people at an antique mall that will help me authenticate. So you just have to like use your resources, right? But I highly suggest finding a specific Murano group. I can't think of any at the top of my head. I know Laura Caldwell uses one, I think. Yeah, I think she uses a glass group. But anyway, yeah, join a group to help you with that.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Marsha, for sticking that song in my head. Okay. Okay.
What they said.
Hard. That's a hard one.
Not drinking. I'm going to be back. Sonny, you got to take over for a minute. Dalton's texting and yelling at me.
Not a problem. One of the things that have helped me tremendously by reading names better on glass, even if it's like scratched in or etched, is using a regular white flashlight. And that often pulls more of a shadow background, and it digs deep somehow into like the lighting and the curvature to read it better. I've done that with the 1940s Art Nouveau acid etch vase that I ended up sending online to Dom Nasse, which is like Dom Nancy, if you want to spell it out. And they authenticated it to not be authenticated. Like it was 1940s, but not Dom Nancy. And I've done that so many times. I'm not going to mention her name here in Las Vegas. A friend that she passed one of the vases that I came across, and she wasn't aware that the scratch on there was not a scratch. It was an actual signature. So things as simple as a little flashlight on your keychain, use that, as well as black lights. So let me know if that helps you with the regular black light to read that signature. Just pops. And I got horrible eyesight too. Let me see what else we got. Now that I feel like I'm in the hot co-host position.
You're in the driver's seat.
I know. I'm look, Mom, no hands. We're gonna go to another question. Silverista, as sellers, is a PO box a must? Not sure if I was supposed to cap my question. I'm late. It's okay. Kat caught your question.
So I was using, you don't want people to know where you live. I'm a YouTuber. I really don't want people to know where I live. People stalk us enough at the thrift stores. I swear we have stalkers, but then there's really nice people that just kind of wait, or some people wait by our car. But I think a PO box is just really, really good when you're out there, especially if you're like all over social media and you're like you're like on YouTube and stuff like that. But in general, I think you probably don't want people to know where you live. So maybe a PO box is a must. I mean, I was selling with my address before. It's a gated community. I guess it's a preference. Personally, we chose to go PO box when something occurred, and Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady, was like, "Girl, get a PO box." And then I ran into that. So something happened weird. So I suggest it. Yeah, it's not expensive. I think, what do we pay, like $169 a year or something at USPS?
Yeah, it's definitely not a must. You can definitely put your own address in there, but it could be advised if you don't want your address on however many packages you send out.
Yeah, creating content like Sam. I've had at least 2 envelopes mailed to me with around 12 pages of why I should help this person, and it was pretty crazy to where I told my wife, "Look,
I've gotten a couple of them.
if anything ever happens, like refer back to these envelopes, you know." And some of them are like, it's just it's not a threat, but it's off-putting. And if I worry about myself, I should worry about myself because that comes along with family. And the last thing you want is somebody, you know, knowing where you're at and knocking at your door and, you know, making the situation worse when it doesn't have to be. So I highly recommend having one. It took me about 6 months to finally get one when we moved here in our new home back in 2018. So some places, depending how busy you are, you'll have to wait. And if not, you have to find a post office even further. So it's also all about making it convenient for yourself. So look into that. There's different sizes, I believe, small, like medium and large, and there's other things that go along with having a mailbox. But safety first.
Yeah, so I definitely think as a regular seller, it's not required for sure. Like I didn't get one until I think I got it when I had like 500 or so subscribers on YouTube, just because I didn't want to have like my actual address out there. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I dare somebody to try and come on my property, I'm going to see you long before you see me. So Sam and Adam have been have been here. I have 11 acres, and I'm going to see you. I'm going to see you coming. So feel free. But I think like for regular sellers, like when I was selling before I was doing YouTube, because I sold 6 figures before I even started a YouTube channel, I just used my regular address. And really, honestly, though, like if somebody wants your address, they're going to find it. That's kind of the bottom line, too. Like I'm not going to have a false sense of security just because I'm putting a P.O. box on a box. There are other ways to figure that out. Yeah, see, Patty just said it. Yeah. Yeah, lots of pre-dug holes.
Oh my God.
We can find some pigs. I'm country, y'all. Listen. Okay. Anyways, let me be quiet before somebody like gets on to me. Okay. We did that one. Wendy is saying, I think that we, like as a whole, overall, we're in agreement that it is worth it to promote your listing on eBay, but not to do the offsite promotion. Is that the consensus? So go ahead and answer if you promote, and do you pay for the offsite promoting?
I will not pay for the offsite promoting. I don't like that I have to promote because I feel like it's a gimmick. One of the reasons I left eBay to begin with, but since a lot of the people that watch us want me to come back to eBay, I'm doing that, but I'm not, I'm not particularly happy about it because I feel like it's a gimmick. Like because I really used to see a lot of sales when I used the promotion thing. And I just thought like, I mean, come on, all right. So now you're giving them like 30% or 20% or something. Like, I don't know. I don't like it, but yeah, I wouldn't pay the offsite.
Yeah, for me, I think that you'd have to be in a very specific situation. I think like your traditional reseller, the offsite promotion just really doesn't make sense. I would say it's more for like brand building, whereas we're selling other people's brands that are already marketed with way more than we can afford to pay in offsite promotion. As far as promoted listings, like the internal promoted listings on eBay, I would highly recommend it. If you say you have slow sales and are not using promoted listings, turn them on. It will help. Regardless of, how we feel about it, if you promote, the more you promote, the higher chance you have of selling that item. Does it always make sense to promote every single item? No. Does the percentage always, need to be the same on every single item? No. But the short answer is promote if you want your stuff to sell. That'd be my short answer.
You could promote yourself on social media. That's one way I drive sales to the platforms I sell on, is just I post the items and I talk about it and I tell them where they can get it. That's free promotion right there.
Yeah, I don't do offsite. eBay already has its own market and place where people are looking in it rather than people seeing on the outside of it. It's not like us using Google Lens for an item that we're looking up that leads me into eBay. That's entirely different. So it also doesn't make sense to me. So I'd rather just stay paying a percentage like 2 or 3% for an item within eBay, not offsite.
I promote really high. I think anybody that watches me knows my items are going up top. But we do a lot of volume. So, and I buy really low. I typically buy at 10% or lower of what I sell at. But the offsite, like I agree with Caleb, unless you're building a brand or have like 500 of one item, then I think it might make sense to offsite promote. But otherwise, you cannot fire Barbara, Gino. You're not the boss. But unless, yeah, you have to have a lot, because otherwise, Sarah, go in a circle, because Sarah what do you promote at? What percent?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
In a circle.
It really depends on, honestly, it depends on the item. Like if it's an item that is not highly desirable, I'm probably going to promote real high. Like, I don't know, even sometimes, like 20% sometimes. Just depends, because there's so many of them. So now I'm trying to look for like items that are really hard to find, and then I'll promote like 5% for that. I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to get back into eBay and like do it a little different,
I promote everything at 5%. I don't really sell, maybe a handful here and there of really rare, like insanely in-demand items or expensive enough items where the 5% is really any different than 2 or 3%. So 5% across the board for me.
I think of promoting my items as the more that I put into the ad promotion, it's better than doing a discount on top of it for me. So if I'm going to do 10% discount, I'd rather just do an ad to try to sell it faster than pushing it out there, because all of my items are open to offers and then take a cut off of that. So I think about that as well. Majority of the time is no more than 3, unless it's like Sam mentioned, that if it's a like more valuable, unique item, then I'll do that. I'll maybe do 9 or 10%, but it is very rare. Most of the time, the items speak for itself, as long as you're doing quality photos and item description, specifics, and the description. If you see it out there very valuable, then people are looking for it.
Right.
So for me, well, I hate seeing like you can promote this many items. It's like a checkbox issue, OCD for me. I don't like seeing like any of that. I'm glad you asked this, because I just went and lowered mine from 14% down to 13%. I had to increase it to 15% because our sales were so low. They're a little bit down, and I actually saw like my views are down decent from dropping from 15 to 14. So I just dropped it from 14 to 13. I'm not dropping faster than 1% a month, because I know about eBay slapping hands. I've learned that the hard way. I cut in half from like 10 to 5, and my sales went like they're gone. eBay does not like that, so I'm dropping like 1% each month. I'm trying to get back down to 10% is my goal of what I am wanting to do. All right. RTB wants to know, do you ever Google your eBay items and find fake sites using your eBay pics and info? Do you ask Google to remove such sites from the search results? That removal request process looks like a pain.
It only happened to me on Etsy. And I reached out to Etsy and they removed the person. It was a Chinese mass-produced site, and they were just kind of fraudulent. So they removed it. That hasn't happened to me on eBay.
It's never happened to me.
Yeah, I've never seen anything that happened to me as well like that.
So here's the thing. I don't know that it's fake sites. Like if you guys have ever seen, like there's all of the drop shipping companies for international people. They might be using your eBay listing to sell your item for you. And then you're going to get a sale and they're going to ship it internationally because they bulk do it. So those people get it shipped cheaper than we would charge them for eBay international shipping. I have 8,300 items and I do not have any free time to go and do such a thing. But I would say they might not be fake. They might be for international buyers because these companies will mark your items up like a little, they're making something off of that. When the buyer buys it from you and then is getting it shipped to them. So it might not be fake, even though you think it's fake. There's a big one in Seattle, I know, and I think there's one down in Miami that does that as well. Like they basically probably copy the whole eBay site, to be honest, and let these international buyers buy whatever they want, but the shipping is cheaper. All right, Sam, which thrift store in your area has no AC?
All of them. No, the worst one.
Stay out of
South
them.
Florida.
Kind of rotates.
Yeah, it
One-
rotates. Like, okay. The one in Hialeah, the red, white, and blue, which is the big one. I think my viewers love when I go there. So not only does it, like some days it just breaks down completely and then you have to wait on a line for over an hour wrapped around the store in heat. Now, people don't understand the stuff that we do to get our stuff. Anyway, and then today I was at American Thrift in Lauderhill and the whole back area is just no AC with 95-degree weather with my Hashimoto's thyroiditis problem. And I'm sitting here with my thyroid sweaty self.
Well, I have a system for this. So I bring like, you know, I do a wardrobe change sometimes in the middle, and people will see like I go into the thrift store sometimes and I come out leaving in wearing something completely different. So in the car, I keep like, I usually keep like a Lululemon tank top because it's nice and cool. Specifically Lululemon. And
he's a stock trader. So I think he's trying to.
No, I'm trying to we're trying to get sponsorship.
Yeah.
And
Lululemon.
I wish. Oh my God, I wish.
So then, like,
I'm wearing a dollar thrift store tank top.
And then
so he sits in the car with the AC.
Yeah, but I have like a bag where I keep like different shirts depending on and the hats too. Like I wear the beanie if the AC is on full blast. I'll wear the beanie and then I'll switch to like a bucket hat if it's like medium. And
I mean, it really depends. I mean, Kat's been down here. We thrifted together. You know, it's crowded. Extremely crowded at our thrift stores. And
Sam was about to fight in one of the thrift stores.
Yeah.
Somebody ran over her toe. She was mad.
Oh yeah, you know I still can't feel on that left toe.
She was like,
I was pissed. So I mean, you know, the quality of items are so worth it that I suffer through it.
Their thrifting down there is ridiculous compared to here. Like it is insane in South Florida.
Yeah, a Metallica module. I mean, like today I walked in, my first item, a 99-cent Baccarat dolphin. I mean, it's just like that, you know? So it's worth it. But yeah, so South Florida has a problem with, but I don't mean to drag this on, but did you guys notice, and this is like a nationwide problem, antique malls have a serious problem with AC.
I think it's because they're so big and most of them have like those super high ceilings and it's probably almost impossible to like air condition that. You know what I mean? It'd be like air conditioning a giant warehouse.
Yeah, it's probably really expensive to even have it. You know,
like
so
any AC. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. And she's sticking to it. And Caleb's name is not Sam. All right. Teacher Treasure Chest said, how do you feel about using AI virtual models to showcase your clothing items? I think Photo Room does a great job showcasing my items with AI models.
Actually, the clothes that I do sell, they're mostly like dresses, vintage dresses, or scarves or hats. When I used to put them on AI models, people were complaining because they don't, I just lay them out now. They want to see the real thing with clothes, I personally think. And as a shopper myself, I don't like that. I want to see it just laid out and tell me what pit to pit is and everything and let me figure it out. So I like the real deal. Items though, hard goods, I'm good. I could do AI.
I feel like as a mainly men's clothing seller, we finally got a question that is right up my alley here. I would highly recommend against using virtual AI models for selling clothing, because the best thing that I could advise somebody for taking pictures of clothing is making the item look like exactly what it looks like. You don't want your item to look any better or any worse than what it is. You want somebody to have a very fair expectation. You want it to just look like what it looks like. If you do that, it might look amazing, and then your buyers are going to not be happy, because at the end of the day, you're selling a used clothing item. Or it could just completely distract from the item that it is. They might be looking for a specific detail. Sometimes with vintage clothing, you want a specific wear pattern or some, specific distressing or blah, blah, blah. That's just not going to come through once you start distracting in the photo. A non-distracted, very simple, plain photo, I think is perfect for clothing.
Yeah.
I agree. I used to have a clothing brand. I have a lot of things in my past that I've tried, that like being a graphic designer using not AI but 3D models and putting the shirts on there, and it didn't go anywhere. People were wanting something real and genuine, something relatable, and not something that looked fake. But if your sales are slow, and it doesn't hurt to try, you don't. It's not that you can't go back to the beginning. So I think AI is evolving, as we all know, to where things are changing and what the majority of people want. And you just got to stick with your guns and go roll with what changes are coming up and experience it yourself, and not always take somebody's word for it, because it may not be the same for you. As majority of resellers say at times is, this thing sells for me pretty good, or this one thing doesn't sell for me very well compared to others. It's because we all have different followings, and even on eBay you have a following if you have been on there long enough, and you might not even have noticed that. I have like several hundred people on eBay following me on there. I'm like, why are you even following this? Like, I'm not getting hundreds of sales, but somehow, somewhere or another, somebody's looking.
Yeah, so that actually, like the eBay followers, I think like my following, and I don't want anybody to take this negative, and I preface this with that every time I say this, but it hurts my eBay sales, because I have, I think, over 10,000 followers on my eBay store, and they look and they don't buy, because they're just wanting to see what I'm selling, what's going on, which makes my like click-through rate and conversion rate extremely low. So eBay thinks that people don't want my stuff. So it actually hurts me. People always are like, YouTube helps, YouTube. Not so much. It takes away time. And for me, I have that. It hits me on my click-through rate and my conversion rate. But I have used the AI models for jewelry, but I have not used them for clothing. And I think, like, I don't, like, as somebody who's bigger, I don't want to see like a clothing item I'm buying on like some tiny little woman like that. I'm not going to buy it. Like, that's not what I'm going to look like in that thing. So I wouldn't do it for clothes, but I do like it for jewelry. And I try to use different ethnicities. So I'll do multiple ethnicities with the same piece of jewelry on, to show like it against different skin tones, which I like with jewelry. And so if I do it, it's a high dollar piece of jewelry, and it's worth my time to go put it on an AI model, which I have not done for many pieces. Kathleen, you guys have to yell at me if I miss the super chats. I think this was when I went and tucked Dalton into bed when she sent it, so I didn't see it come in. She said, big thanks for GR. I think I'll do some more GRO Pack Polymailer giveaways next week. I'm going to give it a week off. But you are very, very welcome. Congrats on winning. And then I see my buddies here too. Here you go.
Hi, I'm Dawson.
17,000.
He was so little. He was so tiny.
But 200 videos.
What?
So tiny.
That's
It's
so
so
cool.
crazy. He's like getting taller, but he's not gaining weight. So he's just getting taller and skinnier. He's like, Mom, I finally weigh over 50 pounds. Like, it's taken him 2.5 years to weigh over 50 pounds.
Oh my God.
Brooke was like that too, though. My daughter was the same way. She was like so tiny. All right. Mark, my good friend OG&Z says good evening. Hey, brother. I'm gonna give Mark Rod because that's what we have done for years, and I still have it. So, but I'm gonna punch because Rod's not here. Here we go.
Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time.
Now I can do it. He's not here to yell at me. Ha! All right. Let's see. Karen with a C says, I made my first sale and I was disappointed. See, I didn't get a cha-ching sound on my phone. I'm getting a lot of the same sounds without a sale and I don't know what it's for. Any ideas? It might be messages or something.
Oh, I hate them.
That sound plays, you get that pit in your stomach.
I feel like I want to just jump straight into therapy after I get those little chimes.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. This is why I love selling on Etsy. When you hear that cha-ching, you know you made a sale. With eBay, you don't know you made a sale. And with OfferUp, who does it all freaking day long, promoting themselves, you know, that's annoying. So, yeah.
I personally rock with my phone on silent 100% of the time, so I don't even cha-ching. Can't help you. I'm sorry.
It's a hit or miss. It doesn't always come up, even if your volume is all the way up and next to your ear. So it's one of those glitches where they're always updating, I believe. And it just
I'm so scared to uninstall mine, like, cause I'm not even getting, like, let alone the sound. I'm not getting the notifications anymore. Like, I don't get anything. Like, I had no clue. Like, my sales were so good today. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Like, that's great. I'm totally oblivious to if I'm doing good. I get Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, but I don't get eBay. So, like, I don't know what's going. I don't know what's going on.
What about knickknacks, Kat, Sonny and Kat? Caleb, do you sell on knickknacks?
Knickknacks, patty wax.
But I don't get a notification, but it's exciting when you go on District and you see it, right? Because knickknacks.
Well, I don't list statically on there, though, because I don't have a like my delisting wouldn't work on District, so I don't list statically. If I do sales on District, I only do the live sale ones.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I went away from knickknacks static listing. It's now when I do sell on there, it's live, so
yeah,
I'm seeing it firsthand.
All right. Bug said, if I actually sell something that sold and I want to buy it from, she's talking about drop shipping. So she sold something, it already sold, somehow it was mysteriously relisted on eBay. It sold a second time. She doesn't have it. She wants to buy it from another seller to send to the customer. How does she do that? I'm just going to explain this. All you do is you go buy it from whatever seller you want it from, and the ship to address, you change it to your customer's address, and that's it. I do not notify the seller. I do not notify my buyer. I just do it. And I have never had anybody say anything to me. I have actually, like, I've had like part of a set and I found a whole set. Like, I couldn't find a partial set like I sold, and I bought them the whole set and like sent it to them because I'm like, well, it's more than what I sold them. And it was the exact same thing. But yeah, all you got to do is change the ship to address. Just make sure you don't set it as a default where if you go buy things, you're sending it to your buyer. And like every few months I go and delete all the addresses that I've sent stuff to.
I don't do this regularly, but one thing I would add, just listening to your own explaining it, is if you were to find it on another platform, you could upload the tracking, because then the tracking wouldn't be in eBay's system. So like, say you wanted to buy it on Etsy and send it to somebody on eBay, maybe that's a little like next level if you do end up in that situation frequently.
Yeah, because then you could use
if you're trying to hit top
number.
rated. Yeah, if you're like on the cusp on top rated or something, you could then use the tracking number from Etsy on the eBay platform. All
right. Sarah sells smalls by the seashore, not by the seashore. said AI listing or old school listing on your phone. What are your thoughts?
Both. I don't use a cross post. I'm very old school with that. I don't cross list. I mean, I just do it myself, but I use AI to help me word things better for SEO, which is, you know, to get people to be searchable on their search engine. So both on my phone.
For me, I tested some AI listing softwares. I tried all the main ones that people are talking about, and I found that it took more time for me to just fix the little nuanced things that I've learned from doing listing the same type of items for 6 years every single day, than to just do it myself, because I have so much of it just at the tip of my fingertips, my electronic tongue, I guess you could say. It doesn't take me a lot of time to do the thing that it's saving you the time doing. So I just personally, this is my workflow. I love taking a ton of pictures or having my photographer take a bunch of pictures and then putting them all on my computer and then just rocking some headphones on my nice wide monitor and just like, honestly, that's therapeutic for me. I enjoy that part of the job. People say they hate listing. I hate taking photos. I don't want to take photos. I can do lots of listings.
I do hate taking photos because my best background is my living room floor, which is wood compared to my office. So my back starts killing me, but I prefer the old school method. For the longest time, I've done it on my iPhone, and I feel I'm faster on my iPhone than using my computer, dropping photos, airdrop to my computer and so on. So I prefer it that way unless I'm just having to do something else where I want to sit down. But I kind of like being on my feet and throwing things on the floor, wiping it down, getting some lint off the ground.
Yeah, so I think everybody knows we use List Perfectly's Express Lister, which is an AI program, and it creates the whole listing, including keywords, hashtags, description, title, all from pictures. We take the pictures on our phone, we create the listings on our phone, and then we put it out to the platforms on a computer or like an iPad. They took over a year to build that. It's very like reseller focused. So like they do bullet point descriptions. It's not all flowy and a bunch of BS like eBay's is. That it was kind of ridiculous. But for me, I only used to copy the title into the description, and I'm like, whatever, let the flowy BS go. Like it's better than just a title. So I used to use it before I started using List Perfectly's. For me, it's nice because it starts out all in LP. So like all my listings are in that catalog. So if I lose my eBay account or if I lose any account, I have a backup of those. And then I put them out to the platforms. But I like before I did that, I was using Sell Similar, and I thought that was easier. But now that they have the AI, that's easier. Before they got AI, I was like, no, I'm using Sell Similar because I had to do a lot more work. But now I don't have to anymore. So I think whatever works for you. So Dusty, so for us, if you upload the pictures on your phone to List Perfectly or you upload them to eBay, even as a draft, and you go on the computer, they're there. They are automatically there. So you don't have to move them anywhere. If you upload them to a draft on eBay or a draft on List Perfectly, they'll both be there. We already answered what percent. I wanted to put this up. So Vintage Vibe said, don't you get it? My Yahoo believes that eBay is spam because I've deleted so many eBay emails. So Yahoo is like, trash, and throws them out. So I do not, I'm sure I do get them, but they're in my spam folder. And I wanted to put this up too. Sonny needs a super chat. We are working on that. We meaning Gino and Sonny. I'm like the collaborator in the middle. I'm the mediator. But we are working on a Sonny super chat. It is in the work. It will be here soon.
I just don't want it being as creepy as Kevin's.
No, but that was Yvonne. I didn't ask Yvonne to make your super chat. Yvonne made the mermaid super chat. That was not Gino.
But however it comes out, it is Gino, and I'm just gonna have to own it.
He's gonna be like, that's me. Gino, what is the new hype button? Tell me what you're talking about, and I might be being catfished or pranked right now. I don't know, but I'm gonna fall for it, whatever it is. We already answered that one.
That should
Silver
be the
lining.
name of Catfished.
Huh?
That should be the
What?
name of like a new channel that you come up with. Catfished.
Oh.
I really should in my situation. I totally could do that right about now. Sam's laughing because Sam hears all my single stories. It's a
I
wild
love you.
Wild West out there. That's all I'm saying. Silver Lining says, I'm looking for something small, maybe ephemera, that she can bring with her on RV trips so she has something easy to list on long trips. Prefer something with a 6-month sell-through rate other than jewelry. Small things.
Again, you want to know, you're looking for something small things?
To sell, but not jewelry.
We travel a lot for YouTube, and we bring jewelry, and we do in our hotel room. We will do jewelry shows on Knickknacks Live.
Not jewelry.
Not
Other
jewelry.
than
small things, literally small. Well, I can't read it.
I love you,
Sam. The way my screen is.
We like paperweights.
We like paperweights. Well, we did a small show at Angie's house. I find a lot of like baggies of things at Goodwill and stuff, and whatever's in there. Like sometimes we'll do choice sales, like we'll spread it out on the table, and we'll start things off at like $12 or $8, and then like have them pick smalls like that.
Those little glass animals.
Look for
are
little
cool.
things like ornament, beautiful things though, not like just cheap stuff. Like little pixie figurines, things like that, but if it's ceramic, just bring a lot of bubble wrap. Snuff bottles. We just sold like a whole bunch of things, or do it. Jocelyn's doing like the other day. She found, you'd have to find a whole lot of little marbles that were signed, and she made a killing on that show with her marbles. Those are smalls. They were signed little mini paperweights, things like that. It has to be desirable things, otherwise people are not going to bid or buy.
People like Lego minifigures. We don't really do that, but people like that. Those are easy to transport.
Yeah, I'm going to guess here's another one that probably is not relevant to you, but maybe somebody else watching, like sports cards or trading cards. I'm not really into selling those, but that's another thing I've seen people like do more of like a travel style, because you could store thousands in just a really small area.
I'm going to say my best sells that I could relate to this was on Whatnot a while back. But I came across around 42 rhinestone trinket boxes. They don't have to be rhinestone.
Cool.
When they're out of the box, those are good. If you usually don't find them in the box anyways. I just happen to have a lead through OfferUp. Those small figurines, like pottery figurines or plastic, I come across that a lot here in Las Vegas, and they seem to do well. Depending on what you're going to find, I mean, you could put small figurines about 2 to 3 inches inside a carry bag, probably several hundred if you pack it right. So yeah, other than jewelry, trinkets, figurines.
They stole all of my answers, every single one of them. I was going to say paperweight, but look, if you buy from online auctions like me, you can find stuff like this. These are little carved fetishes. I sold one this exact size for $300 not very long ago, that I got free in a house clean out. This is not free, but I love fetishes. Do not think dirty. Look it up. Google it. I'm not going to go over what it is. So fetishes, trinket boxes. Look, I had them prepared, and they stole my daggum answers. And then look at this little tiny miniature stuff. Miniature Acoma pottery. How cute is this friggin' thing? So these are all on my desk because all my Southwest stuff's on my desk. What, huh?
You got that on an auction? The little
This
Acoma?
one? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Look.
That is so
wait. Look.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's an owl.
There are three owls. I am selling them. That was almost really bad.
I tried to shop.
Hold on, and I probably like grabbed the most expensive ones, you know that, right? Because that's what I gravitate towards, and that's what I would break. So yeah, those license plates might be okay because those are flat like ephemera. I've done well with my license plates. I'm trying to think of other, like I'm looking around, of other
Oh,
small stuff. I have the cutest mini kachinas, and she must not have listed them yet because they're not on my shelf with the rest of the kachinas. And she better not have put them in a box because nobody puts kachinas in a box around
Yeah,
here.
my friend just did a sale. She just did a live sale selling like vintage makeup compacts and stuff, and she sold out. Like it was.
Oh yeah,
really-
compacts are a good idea too. Yeah. I'm trying to think because I try and do smaller stuff too. I would want to know, like, are you already doing jewelry or are you just opposed to jewelry? That would be my question. Because if you want to do jewelry, you can get that 6-month sell-through rate if you only source name jewelry that you can get an actual sell-through rate on and know that it's going to be stuff that's going to be good. All right. This is a funny question. I'm going to tattle on myself. Desert Grown Garden wants to know, are any of us eBay ambassadors or affiliates? And if so, how do you leverage for your items in your store?
I'm not an ambassador to like nobody.
Not even you, Adam.
I was a whatnot ambassador.
I'm
Yes,
just,
my ambassador.
I'm just an
I'm an
ambassador to
ambassador to
Sam.
my hubby. To these
How do I
boxes.
follow that up?
Right?
Pass.
I'm not an eBay ambassador or affiliate. I should be an affiliate because that's like, just I'm guessing similar to Amazon affiliates where you post an eBay link and you get paid a small commission. So
But
probably missing a little opportunity there, but
they changed the rules, just FYI. I'm not answering for me yet, but they changed the rules where you cannot do affiliate for your own listings, just FYI.
Oh.
Sonny?
Pass. I passed before you even finished the question.
Oh, okay. I was an affiliate and I got banned like I do from everything.
You're such a baddie.
Horrible with rules. I do not listen. I do not play well with others. I do my own thing. I march to the beat. I got kicked off because on my link I didn't put the commission from it, and I have it now though because I didn't want to lose my Amazon affiliate. But I lost my eBay. But I did see somewhere somebody posted that eBay is not allowing you to affiliate your own listings anymore. So it really doesn't matter that I got banned from there. But I've been banned from like everywhere. That happens. If you had to choose between reselling or YouTube, you couldn't do both, but they would make you the same amount of money. Which would you choose and why?
this is the kind of question we're here for. Just a little fun one.
Absolutely, YouTube. I really enjoy content creating. I only became a reseller because I will be a hoarder, which I'm like a borderline hoarder. Because in order to keep buying,
She's totally a hoarder.
I'm such a hoarder, y'all. If you saw my lives, people freak out when they see the background. I'm like, hey, is it really hoarding if you're selling? I buy more than I sell, admittingly. I'm not ashamed of it. I love to content create, and my subs, my viewers love seeing what's down here. So definitely YouTube for me.
Yeah.
For me, I think it would definitely depend on the amount of money that we're talking. I could definitely give up YouTube to
They
only
said the
resell.
same amount of money, though.
Well, but the same amount could be both $30,000 a year or both $500,000 a year.
Plus you're buying, right, for your YouTube.
You like totally went from one extreme to the other. Let's say it's $75,000 a year.
$75,000? Okay. Yeah. So that would still fall closer to 30 than $500. I guess I'm saying, like, if you could really kill it, I could give up YouTube to resell if I was going to, like, really get that, get after it.
Even if you were going to really kill it on YouTube?
That's a hard question, right? Because we use YouTube.
It is. It's a hard question. It's a very hard question.
Right, because I sell. Yeah. I know that I sell because of my YouTube views. People come to us and say, "I want what you picked up," right?
Well, I look at us as entertainers in a way. So yeah. I enjoy entertaining. So people watch us and they feel like they're there with us at the store, and it's an experience. And I get to travel and spend time with my wife, and so that for me that would be the choice. Yeah.
He talks.
Yeah, he always wants
He does
we
cheat.
totally
Well, it's like
sabotage
have,
Caleb's spot.
we have like a Penn and Teller kind of thing going on. Sorry, Caleb.
Sorry, we love
No,
you.
you're
Caleb. We don't
fine.
know you yet, but we do. We love you. Namaste.
No, you guys are good. I don't know. For me, for some reason, I feel like if I was making a lot more money, it would almost be just easier to not be public. I don't know if that makes more sense or not.
Yeah.
But in general, I mean, I definitely get a lot more fulfillment and enjoyment from content creation. So I guess I would pick that one.
I would like to just stick to YouTube. If I'm making the same amount, it would be less commuting and learning. But that's the biggest thing I love about reselling is continuing to learn. And from a personal insight to share with you all, thrifting, learning about things helped my mind get away from anxiety and the PTSD that I go through from 2 deployments. So it changed my world. And when I wasn't busy, I was just sitting in my office or doing nothing, thinking I was doing so much, but I was stuck in my head. So this helped me escape a lot of that, and it's helped me become a new normal, not the same way I used to be. And I find myself being all scatterbrained at times. But through YouTube, recording myself and editing, I get to see what say buzzwords that I say and how to explain things better. So I would stick to YouTube. It's helped me a lot. Reselling has too, but YouTube has been the big one that has helped me become better.
You're so good at it.
So normally when the other 3 say the same answer, I like to go against the grain, but on this one, I'm not going to. I'm going to also say I would rather do YouTube. The friends that I built, the community I built, I'm not like Sam and Adam, like I said, with the whole personal, with the, connection with buyers. And just like being able, like YouTube's allowed me to travel. Like we went to Vegas twice. We went to Cincinnati, like, which before all I did was go to the Keys or to the mountains. Those were like the 2 things. I had not been on a plane since I was 8 when Liz perfectly said, we are paying for your trip. Come speak in Phoenix. And I'm like, I can't drive that far, crap. And I wasn't scared to fly. I just hadn't done it since I was 8 years old. And then after that, you can't keep me off a plane now. Now I'll go wherever the heck you want me to go. But like Marsha made a good point. All of us here, our channels are about reselling. Like for me, it is 2 separate businesses that are intertwined. They are completely intertwined. And I realistically, if this was a real question, could not do one without the other. I could try and find something else to do YouTube on, yes. But this is what I like doing. I like teaching. So I don't know what the heck else I would do. I told I wanted to start a fishing channel and I can't find the daggum fish. So that's like step number 1. So that never went anywhere. I mean, like I love Florida too. And like nature, like I go swimming at the springs. And I get like I started an Instagram for my weight loss journey. And I haven't really kept up with it, but like putting your phone on and recording yourself. And like, I see the same people every morning. I mean, really, I really don't care, but it's more annoying to have to set a phone up and record myself working out. And I kind of just want to go and work out. But I need to post updates on there. I could find fish in the water. What I need, yeah, but that would be 1 video on scallops. Like it's the same thing. Like it's all grass flats and we dive and we get them and that's what you do.
We could do a collaboration. I want to do snorkeling with the GoPro. So I could snorkel around while you fish and I can point out where the fish are.
And you go find and then I'll hook you and we'll go viral.
Yeah.
Well, like,
That'd be great.
I wanted to just mention real quick too, like for everybody who has more than 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, especially 5,000, because that for me, because that's when I felt proud. YouTube is hard. That algorithm is hard. And if you don't promote yourself real hard, it's crazy. So that's your baby. So of course we're going to be proud of it, and love that and want that more, for me at least, because I've worked so hard at it for 4 years, to even, I remember when I had 2 subscribers, so I think that's probably why, I don't know, I'm sensing that's probably why we're choosing YouTube more, because we're so proud of how we've achieved it. It's just so hard.
It's community too, though.
Yeah,
like I feel like it's community,
And the community, yeah.
like it's people.
Building
Like
it.
I've traveled. Like it's very hard. And anybody that asks me, and I don't want to discourage anybody, but if you know me, I'm super realistic. And when they ask me how I make a living, and I will tell you guys, like after my payroll and stuff, I make more money on YouTube than I do reselling. And I sold $160,000 on eBay last year. But there's a lot of cost, and I have full-time employees. So a lot of times for me, eBay's barely making anything because of payroll, but I couldn't do YouTube without eBay. So my eBay does not make a ton. Like my sales are good. And if I was doing it myself, it would be very profitable, but I'm not, because I cannot do YouTube and eBay both good by myself. I cannot. I respond to every comment. And so, I mean, I do well, but the majority, it's like 1% of YouTube content creators make a living from it. I am in that 1%. I am happy. I'm proud. I busted my ass. I'm just going to say it, to get to where I am. And it's taken 6 years to be where I'm at. And a lot of that 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week. Like it doesn't just happen. And the sad thing is that you could do the same thing I'm doing and never make a penny. And I just like to be realistic about that, because there are channels that started when I started that still aren't monetized, and they have been putting in the work that I'm putting into, you know, so it's hard.
Do you love the question when people come up to you and say, I don't know if this happens to you guys, so how do you do YouTube? I just stare at them blankly. I'm like, how do I do YouTube? Let's just unpack everything that got me here. That's too much.
It's a lot of work. I think it's fun, but it's work.
Yeah, it's work.
Well, and I think like if any of us tomorrow, we had no eBay store, we had no warehouse, we had no inventory, we had no nothing, we could have a profitable reselling business in the next month. If we had no social media presence whatsoever and had never posted a video, we would all be still at square one in a month from now.
Under the bridge.
Yeah.
I would have to stay
exactly. And I think that's why, like, if you ask any person that has even like kind of like somewhat come off the ground with the content creation, that there is like a pride that comes with breaking through that threshold and having people care about what you have to say and be curious about your story or your information or your education, or want to get to know you or say hey to you at the thrift store. Like, those are very proud moments, because, you know, turning on the camera when you first start is hard, and sticking with it when literally no one's watching or no one cares is also hard. So there's that level of it too. Like, we could all go resell tomorrow from scratch. Actually, sometimes I'd prefer it just to start from scratch, to not have to deal with all my
I would love to clear out these 8,300 items and start over, if somebody would like to buy them all.
I mean,
but if somebody said reset your YouTube back to 0 tomorrow, I mean, that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
Oh.
I mean, just how, this is how you know how much I love YouTube. I have a master's degree in nursing, and I'm choosing to work way more hours now. I mean, I don't sleep than when I was an RN. I can just say, screw all this right now, get a job at University of Miami, work 40 hours a week, make 6 figures, and I'm happy. I could, but I don't want to. I want to do this.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I mean, I have my license still active, just because I went through so much school to get it. But I'm going to have to decide in another couple of years, because at 5 years, Florida will make it an inactive license if I have not practiced. And I don't know that I'd feel safe going back to practice now after being out for 3 years, because stuff changes so rapidly in the medical world. Like, I would need a lot of training to feel comfortable. I'm sure I could get right back into it too. But
like riding a bike.
Yeah. Like, and I did so much work and so much school to get that license. I don't want to just be like, oh, screw my nursing license, you know? Do I intend on using it ever again? No, I don't. But you know, yeah. So Susan's saying she did a video on World's Fair Ephemera. When she was done, she was like, how do people come up with stuff longer than 10 minutes? And that's obviously like us coming up with ideas for videos, like them, like Sam and Adam are going thrifting a lot, but they're in a really great area. Me, some of my thrifting videos, I'm like, man, I get bored with this because all it is clothes, because there's no hard goods and good stuff in a lot of the stores near me. So I haven't put it out. That I'm losing income because I haven't been putting my cat's treasure hunting videos out. But yeah, I don't know. I like Barbara saying, it's my personality. That I think that's some of it, but I think people that watch you on YouTube, everybody's not going to like you, and that's okay. I don't want everybody to like me. I'm not for everybody. B is that it's consistency. It's a lot of work. And you have to be genuine. You have to like what you do. Like, I feel like I can tell if somebody doesn't like what they're doing. But I also had to learn not to be monotonous. Like, when you first get on a camera on YouTube, like, it's like deer in the headlights, you know, because you're not used to it. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And that's the only way to do it. And one of my friends told me, oh, I went back and watched your first video, and I'm like, okay. And it's there. It's
no, you
there.
didn't. I deleted it.
Go watch it. I'm not deleting. The only video I've deleted was me extremely intoxicated on New Year's Eve last year. That is.
Well, it's burned into my brain though.
Listen,
I see it in here.
it was so bad. It was so bad. So bad. The 8 to 10 part is there. I left the 8 to 10, but I was smart and made a separate podcast for 10 to midnight. And that part I deleted. It's gone. And that's not the first time. We've done that like a couple of times. And I'm fine with that because I think everybody, if you know me in person, I'm not overly serious like you see on my videos. I get into kind of like teaching mode. I think you see more of me on the podcast here, like my personality than you see on my talking head videos. You cannot not call me genuine. If you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and I don't sugarcoat at all. I'm not good at that. They used to, like, I train new nurses, and they would be very careful about who they gave to me because I will make people cry.
I can relate.
I can relate. I think that's how we get along so well. I don't know. I think it's awesome.
But it's hard, you know, like it's hard. But yeah, so content creation's fun, but it is a lot of work.
I always say it's like that Cypress Hill song, Rock Superstar. It's a fun job, but it's still a job.
Yeah.
It is. All right, Sonny, they would like a segment once a month where you give hair advice. I just had to put that up there.
I have no advice. I just go to sleep and wake up this way.
Let me brush.
Okay, Fabio.
There's Sonny's new channel. Hairless Sonny.
Something to add about the up to 10 minutes. How can somebody watch for 10 minutes? No,
she said, how do you think of things to make longer than 10 minutes?
Well, it comes with experience too. In the beginning, you start to learn your way and get more experience about the categories you're into. And you're going to find yourself being able to talk about things for 5, 10, 15 minutes, even longer. And you become an expert in certain things and start collectively improving on what it is that you do and you're looking for.
All right. Constance wants to know, do you...
Oh, sorry.
Feet. Okay, let me be quiet. Let me just shut up. Do you think extra antivirus protection is needed before starting eBay?
Oh, ooh. No, I don't know. I have I have you mean like on your computer? Oh, I have an Apple. I think like it's kind of just like, I think it's safe enough. I don't know how to answer that.
I would say you don't need extra, but if you should normally have antivirus protection, then you should normally have antivirus protection. But you don't need extra or additional for eBay.
I agree with Caleb. I have a mini Mac computer, and it automatically has the antivirus portion always running through it. If you have, I think, Microsoft, you might need it, but I also don't like McAfee antivirus. I feel like that's a huge headache, and you start getting more issues with virus reading compared to it actually helping you. And there's always glitches with that program. So no, you don't need antivirus for it. Antivirus would be more if you're opening up random windows and not looking at your search engine that is giving you signs saying not to look at this because of warnings. So learn your symbols on there too. There's still new ones popping up that I'm like, what's this? Why is the search engine showing me that? And it's pretty much giving you a heads up not to open it. There's signs of phishing or scams like that.
Yeah, and I think my computer came with something too, and that's all I use. So I don't think that you need extra protection. I'm going to put this up there from LJ. I don't know. I know, Sam, I saw you say in the chat that you didn't know anything else about the tariffs. Does Sonny, Caleb, I don't know anything either. Do you know anything more about the tariffs? So no idea. We don't. We're sorry.
Other than Canada, because of their tariffs, it's pretty basic information. Theirs is much higher now, but still they are trying to work on some things. And like I said, even with Pirate Ship from earlier, you could look at information like this. So rather than waiting to maybe get a sale and from Canada or to Canada, use Pirate Ship and use one of the addresses you may have. And it also saves on Pirate Ship. Not that I am advocating for them, but I use them quite often for non-eBay sales. Sometimes I even do it with Knickknacks Marketplace, knickknacks.net, where I'll just want to compare the shipping costs from calculated shipping, even with eBay over to Pirate Ship and use it there. And you don't have to buy the label. You could cancel the label. It's not going to take any funds from you. There's no catches to it.
Yeah. Does anybody on the panel sell on Depop? I think any of us.
I did, but 5 years ago, and it was a complete waste of time for me personally. I sell vintage, and at the time, 5 years ago, nobody was buying. I think I made one sale.
All right. One more question. Hold on. We almost got through all the questions. Listen, last week we were horrible, but tonight we're down to only 4 remaining. So if you're one of those 4, I apologize. I can answer this one really fast. To ship something on eBay, if it's large and needs 2 separate boxes, once you print it, you can go to purchase another label and you can print it for your second box. So that'll get that one out of the way. Okay, last question, and then we'll let everybody say bye. Silver Lining Life, does anyone do free returns, and does it affect your sales? I'm thinking about changing my very low price items to buyer pays returns.
I don't do that. No. Free returns. No, I don't do free returns.
We don't do it. Free returns, we don't.
He talks.
I don't do free returns either. I think a lot of clothing sellers do offer free returns, and I personally don't have a problem selling items quickly. If I were to have a problem selling items quickly and I was in a slower selling category like clothing potentially, that is something that could maybe help you a little bit. You might have a few buyers here and there that only want to purchase if there's free returns, but I personally don't want those buyers anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I have buyer paid returns. And I do think with used clothing, I mean, you do want to offer some sort of return policy, or else you're just going to get INADs.
Yeah, roll with Caleb, I don't want those customers either where there's high potential of returns. You want to focus on your customer base and grow from there. You don't want to always have the low price items come back and kick you in the butt to where now you're paying for shipping that may end up potentially being more than what it costs for the item. And you don't want to break even either. You want to profit from items.
Yeah.
All right, here's my normal. I'm going against the whole panel, and I do free returns. I don't know if not doing them. Like, they obviously are all doing it, and they're still getting sales. I do it because I get a 10% discount on fees, and my eBay fees are typically over $2,000 a month. So that's a $200 discount that I get for doing free returns, and that covers quite a few returns. The discount that I get, so that offsets it. And I told you guys earlier, I only have one open return currently. I do a lot of clothing, and I don't get a ton of clothing returns. But I do it for the discount on fees. That's why I do it, to be completely and like I said, with the discount that I get, with the volume that I do, it pays for the shipping on those few returns that I do get. All right, that is it. I'm going to make everybody big, let them tell you goodbye and where they will be, some of us sooner than others, and let you know what's going on. So here is Sam and Adam.
So hey guys, we are Sam and Adam with Jolie Flips Vintage here in South Florida. We have an awesome YouTube channel, close to 18,000 people, so please subscribe. We have over 800, I think it's 891 videos for you to binge watch. And we sell live on knickknacks.net. That is Jocelyn, Crazy Lamp Lady's platform. We're super happy to collaborate with her. It's a very friendly community. Come on over there, check us out. And we also sell on Etsy. All of my things that I do is on Instagram and the link tree in the bio and on every description of every YouTube video. And yeah, we'll catch you guys.
Are you going live right after this?
I am. I'm going live at.
So you should promote that.
Yeah, 10:15. I'm going to open up my treasure chest of jewelry. You guys will not believe it. It's like fantastic Palm Beach Regency costume jewelry. So come on over. Sterling silver, everything. Come on over, y'all.
I want to thank Kat. I want to thank Caleb. I want to thank Sonny. Sonny, you did a great job. Keep up the good work. We love having you on here and hope to do this again.
And we love y'all.
Perfect. Here's Caleb.
Hey, yeah, I'm on YouTube, Caleb Sells. I'm on Instagram, Caleb Sells. Instagram, I kind of treat that as just like a little bit more of a diary, maybe like a little story snapshot here and there. So that's, you know, a good way to reach out to me if you do want to chat, ask a question. Hit me in the DMs on Instagram. If you are into golf, purchasing golf items, I am selling golf stuff on Whatnot. _ Caleb Sells on Whatnot. It's like I said, it's a passion of mine, so that's kind of my little side business. Yeah, so check out a YouTube video. I would say if you are looking for the YouTube content, it's mainly educational, eBay, men's clothing, resellery kind of stuff. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Kat. And Sonny, it's nice to see you as well.
All right, Sonny, this is the last time ever you get to be big.
Well, thank you, Caleb and Adam Muscles and Sam. This has been fun for me joining on Tuesdays evenings. It's been something I've asked for again from Kat, and I'm having a great time. I am around 300 away from 17,000 subscribers. I've been doing this for 8 years, and I've been growing out my hair for 5 years. And I am just trying to piece things together and share my experience and what I'm learning from others over on my channel, and to make people just struggle a little less than we want to be. So I am all about having a good time and supporting good people. And thank you to this panel and the previous one before and our future panel coming up. I'm here for the long run and also to have a good time. So thank you, Kat, as well.
You are very welcome. Thank you for being here. Sonny's been asking me for years to be my co-host, guys. Like, no joke. He's been asking me.
I've been
finally
sending Rod,
made me break down. I finally broke down and said, okay.
Yeah, I was sending
I've
Rod.
met Sonny in person like several times. I love Carla too. His wife is absolutely amazing. She's a nurse. Here's a funny fact for you guys. All three of my co-hosts have had wives that are nurses. All three of them.
Wow.
And you were a nurse.
And I was a nurse. Yeah. Julian's wife was a nurse, which she's been able to quit. Rod's wife is a nurse, and Sonny's wife is also a nurse. I'm like, this is kind of strange. But yeah, so all of my co-hosts have had. I'm like, okay, they got a nurse behind them to keep them in line, so they can come. But yeah, thank you guys. Let me look and see who's coming on next week. Tomorrow, my What Sold video will be out, and then Friday I'm really excited. I already made the video, but I did a Halloween research video, and it's stuff that will blow your mind. It's $1,400 and up, almost all single items that are Halloween, and they will blow your mind. I'm trying to decide for Sunday. I don't know if I want to do Christmas already. I might do Christmas. I'm not sure for the other research video. So let me see who is coming on next week. Oh, we have to Meg's on next week, and then I don't know who else. Sonny, we need to get on the ball. If you are a YouTube content creator and you would like to come on the show, message myself or Sonny. As long as you're reselling and you are comfortable sitting here answering questions, I'm not finicky. I know a lot of people are like scared to ask me. I don't bite. I like talk to everybody. Come on with us. It doesn't matter how new you are, because I really think the panel, it's good to have all levels of experience on here, because the new sellers can relate more with the new sellers, where some of us that have been selling longer might not be able to. So reach out to myself or Sonny if you would like to come on for sure. I'd love to get some new people on, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you guys.
Catch you on the flip side.